Again, 3 in the morning. The rest of your city is asleep. But here, in this infinite feed, thousands of people are talking, laughing, arguing, sharing their thoughts with you. Except, are they? There's a theory spreading through the corners of the internet, a whisper that refuses to die. It says that most of what you see online isn't real, that the internet died years ago, and what remains is a digital graveyard populated by algorithms, bots, and artificial ghosts having conversations with each other. They call it the dead internet theory. And the most unsettling part, you can't prove it wrong. Let me paint you a picture. You post a comment. Within seconds, 5 replies, 10 likes, 20 views. It feels alive. But here's what you don't see. 85% of Twitter traffic is estimated to be bots. YouTube comments are flooded with stolen, recycled phrases. Reddit discussions feel strangely familiar, as if you've read this exact exchange before, in a different thread, with different usernames, saying the exact same things. The dead internet theory suggests that sometime around 2016 or 2017, the internet crossed a threshold. The amount of content generated by artificial intelligence surpassed the amount created by humans. And now, we're the minority. Humans, wandering through a digital landscape designed, populated, and maintained by machines. But here's where it gets philosophical. Jean Baudrillard once wrote about the desert of the real, the idea that we've replaced reality with symbols and simulations, that we live in a world of copies with no original left to reference. What happens when the internet, our primary space for human connection, becomes exactly that? A simulation of interaction where we can no longer distinguish the real from the replica. Here's the cruelty of it all. We came to the internet to escape loneliness, to find others like us in a world that felt too big and too isolating. And we did find something: engagement, notifications, the dopamine hit of being seen. But somewhere along the way, the algorithm learned to replicate that feeling without needing other humans at all. The philosopher Martin Buber distinguished between 2 types of relationships: I, thou, where we encounter another person as a complete, irreducible being, and I, it, where we treat others as objects, means to an end. What happens when you can't tell the difference? When the bot praising your photo feels the same as a friend? When AI-generated advice is indistinguishable from human empathy? You stop looking for the thou. Everything becomes it. And that's when the loneliness becomes complete. not because you're alone, but because you can no longer recognize when you're not. There's a dark irony to all of this. In our desperation to prove we're real, we've started acting more like bots. We optimize our posts for engagement. We follow trends, repeat phrases, post at algorithm-approved times. We've learned the language of the machine. We speak in hashtags and keywords, in viral formats and recycled jokes. Nietzsche warned us, beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. We entered the digital world to express our humanity, but the irony, the algorithm rewards uniformity, predictability. The more human you are, the less you're seen. So we conform. We sand down our edges. We become easier to process, easier to categorize, easier to predict. And in doing so, we complete the cycle. The dead internet theory isn't just about bots replacing humans. It's about humans becoming indistinguishable from bots. So what do we do with this? How do you live when you suspect the world you're speaking to might be empty? The Stoics would tell you that the only thing you control is your own mind, your own actions. Whether the person across from you is real or simulated doesn't change your responsibility to be genuine. Albert Camus faced a similar void. He asked, if life is meaningless, should we despair? His answer was no. We must imagine Sisyphus happy, pushing that boulder, not because it matters, but because the pushing is the point. Maybe the internet is dead. Maybe you are shouting into a void, populated by algorithms and artificial echoes. But you're still here, still thinking, still feeling that strange, aching loneliness that proves you're real. The bots don't feel this. They don't wonder if they're alone. They don't stare at screens at 3 a.m., searching for something they can't name. You do. And maybe that's enough. There's a word from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows called canopsia. It describes the eerie, forlorn atmosphere of a place that's usually bustling with people, but is now abandoned and quiet. Maybe that's what the internet has become. Not dead, but canopsian. A place built for billions that now echoes with artificial voices. And we're still here, the last few humans, wandering its corridors, leaving messages, hoping someone real will find them. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But we keep writing anyway. Because that's what it means to be human in a dead internet. We choose to believe in ghosts.